Any volunteer to light a candle?
All of them.
No, just one. Anyone else? Just press this one. Just press only below. You have one more candle. Just press this one. Let's sit down. Before our meditation, today we are going to take a moment to wish happy birthday to a special person. As you know that when our friends celebrating their birthdays, we would like to take the opportunity to express our appreciation and loving kindness. Today we have our beloved Melissa. So I would like to invite Melissa come forward here to light this special candle. And yes, sit down here. Yes, yeah, you can keep this. Yeah. So let us all, wish our send our good wishes and loving kindness to Melissa. And we really want to appreciate Melissa for the love and warmth you bring to our community, and always like a smiling girl. Wishing that bringing that joy and good spirit to our community. We really appreciate that, and also we want to express our appreciation, loving kindness, and also for your help with our children's program, and also your husband's help for our website. And appreciating all these things, all your contribution, we will now chant, and all our friends will also send their good wishes to you. And we wish that may this birthday bring you a period of growth, and period of good luck and peace, and may you complete your studies very soon, and then start to contribute with your talent to help so many other people. So may you bring peace and happiness and recovery and healing to so many people with your talent. So with that wish, we will chant, and we're going to light this candle candles surrounded by these flowers, which represent the wisdom and the compassion of the Buddha. So wish that may you also grow in your wisdom and in your compassion, just like this candle and flowers. Okay. And may these blessings reach Melissa. May Melissa be blessed with good health, peace, and happiness, and spiritual growth. May Melissa be well, happy, and peaceful. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te. So you can stand up now. Take this first. And please go around and please touch this plate from the bottom and wish a happy birthday. Very happy birthday. Place it down there. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Dear spiritual friends, before we start our meditation, let us do our regular chanting. Please turn to page number 5 of your chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
The three refuges.
Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami.
Next page. 5 precepts.
Anatipata Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Adinadana Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Kamesu Vichachara Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Musavada Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Suramiraya Majja Pamadanthana Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami.
The opposite page. Affirmative vows based on 5 precepts. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha.
Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vidyacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati සත්තා දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති.
Homage to the Dhamma.
ස්වාක්ඛාතෝ භගවතා ධම්මෝ සම්බින්දිකෝ අකාලිකෝ ඒහි පස්සිකෝ ඕපනයිකෝ පංචත්තං වේදිතම්බෝ විඤ්ඤෝහිති.
Homage to the Sangha.
සුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ උජුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ ඥායපටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ යතිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අට්ඨ පුරිස පුංගලා යේස භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනියෝ පාහුනියෝ දක්ඛිනියෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤං කෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Offerings. Offering of light.
ඝනසාරම්පදිත්තේන දීපේන තමදං සිනා තිලෝක දීපං සම්බුද්ධං පූජයාමි තමෝනුදං.
Offering of incense.
ගන්ධ සම්භාර යුත්තේන දූපේනාහං සුගන්ධිනා පූජයේ පූජනීයං තං පූජා භාජන මුත්තමං.
Offering of flowers.
වන්න ගන්ධ ගුණෝපේතං ඒතං කුසුම සම්පතින් පූජයාමි මුනින්දස්ස සිරිපාද සරෝරුහේ පූජේමි බුද්ධං කුසුමේන නේන පුඤ්ඤේන මේතේන ලභාමි මොක්ඛං පුප්පං නිලායාති යතා ඉදං මේ කායෝ තථායාති විනාශ භාවං.
Offering of water.
ආදිවාසේතු නොබන්තේ පානීයං පරිකම්පිතං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පතිගන්හාතු උත්තම.
Offering of drinks.
ආදිවාසේතු නොබන්තේ ගිලාන පංචයං ඉමං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පතිගන්හාතු උත්තම.
Worship of shrines.
වන්දාමි චේතියං සම්බං සම්බඨානේසු පතිට්ඨිතං සාරීරික ධාතු මහා බෝධින් බුද්ධ රූපං සකලං සදා. Sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Wish of well-being.
Itcheva manchante namaste niyam namaste mano radenante yang punyai santang vipulang alatang tansanu hadante rayo
Reflections on the teaching of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind Vedadi. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like the wheel that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind Vedadi. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows like monsoon shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like the linchpin in a moving car. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities as they swim through the drops of silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened, and the freedom from pain is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. All things are not self. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Let us together use this precious opportunity to cultivate goodness in our mind, cultivate our loving kindness, and train ourselves in mindfulness. So we have got this precious moment that we are going to dedicate fully to look into our mind and then gradually guide our mind to grow its inner potential to love and also its inner capacity for mindfulness. So this is the moment that we are actually doing our true growth. And most of the time we spend our time to exhaust our energy. But this is the time that we actually dedicate to grow, dedicate to gather, dedicate to grow inside. So rejoice this moment and rejoice your decision to come here today and rejoice your effort to come here. With that rejoice, make a determination that I will engage in this meditation wholeheartedly. I will make use of this wholesome space, this gathering, and this guidance, and I will engage in a committed practice. Make that determination now. With that determination, listen to the sound of the bell and help yourself to gather your attention this moment. Try to feel your body throughout the bell, wherever your body is touching, wherever you have any touch sensation in your body. Try to sink into your body, gather your attention, and settle in your body throughout the bell and the chant.
Dear spiritual friends, you just listened to the chanting Namo Buddhaya, which means pay homage to the Buddha. Listen to the sound of chanting. It is still resounding in your mind. With that soothing sound of chanting, let's settle down right here. Just relaxing the body, adjusting the body into a comfortable meditative posture. Be right here. You are in sitting posture on a chair or on a cushion on the floor. Try to keep your upper body somewhat upright. Keep your chin somewhat parallel to the floor. Your both palms are resting on your lap. Right palm on the top of left palm, touching both thumbs each other. And better, you keep your both eyes closed gently. This is your meditative posture. Try to keep this motionless posture during the meditation. If you feel you want to change or move your body meanwhile the meditation, just do it slowly and mindfully. Otherwise, try to keep this motionless posture until the end of the meditation. Now, you are in this comfortable meditative posture, keeping your body. Take a moment to feel how you are keeping your body. Feel the entire body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers. Feel the whole body and relax your body. Relax your body. Relax your body. Relax your body. Feel each and every parts of the body. Wherever you feel more closely, the pressing muscles of the body, where your body meets the cushion or the chair. Feel that pressing sensation. Or the clothes that you are wearing, whether they are touching, you feel that touching sensation in your body. Be with your body and relax your body. Feel your chest area and both shoulders. Take a deep, long breath slowly. Hold it for a while and slowly breathe out. Feel the relaxation of your upper body while you are breathing out. Take few more long breaths and relax your body. You feel your entire body now. Your body is relaxed. You are also relaxed. Now take a moment to observe your mind. Find out where your present mind is. And observe what is going on in your mind right now. What is really happening in your mind? People, memories, so many things come to your mind as thoughts. Observe all the thoughts. No one can see your mind other than you. Thoughts. Various types of thoughts are occurring in your mind, one after the other. Observe all these thoughts and notice them. You may have pleasant thoughts or unpleasant thoughts, wholesome thoughts or unwholesome thoughts, thoughts related to past or future or present. No matter what they are, just let them occur, but observe mindfully and notice them without any judgment or cultivation of these thoughts. Being right here, observe your own mind, the thoughts. They are just thoughts. Observing the thoughts, you understand the nature of your mind, how your natural mind functions. With this understanding, now you can generate whatever wholesome thought that you wish. Purposefully cultivate in your mind. In this first meditation, we are generating loving kindness. Cultivating the thoughts of loving kindness, loving friendliness. What a beautiful thought it is. The universal friendliness. Wishing everyone else to be well, to be happy, to be peaceful, without exception to all beings, the same wishes. Loving kindness. To understand the nature of loving kindness, just imagine a beautiful baby is in front of you having a nice smile. or you see a beautiful flower, a bird, whatever you love. Your mind may be full of love, compassion, caring, so many wholesome thoughts. That kind of love, that kind of kindness, compassion, now you are going to cultivate in your mind to all beings, including yourself. You can start from yourself to extend these wishes of loving kindness for yourself. Think about yourself, your mind, your body, your life. Feel yourself right here. This person sitting right here. This person deserves loving kindness. Genuinely generate loving kindness for yourself. Cultivate the thoughts of loving kindness and extend towards yourself. The guidance will help you. Mindfully listening to the guidance, repeating them in your mind. Cultivate loving kindness for yourself. Be with the guidance. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May I be safe. Be healthy. Be healed. Be healed. Be healed. May my mind be well. Be healthy. Be healed. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May I have a happy mind. May I have a happy mind. May I have a happy mind. Generate loving kindness and radiate them throughout your body. Wishing a healthy body. Feel your entire body, each and every parts of the body, all the systems, internal functions, even in this moment, they are functioning for you. Appreciate that support, which helps to maintain your healthy life. Deeply appreciating the support of your body, the parts of the body, the organs of the body. Radiate loving kindness from the skin to the internal organ, to the internal system. May my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. May the skin, the muscles, the bones of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. May all the internal functions, the organs, the systems of my body, including the respiratory system, the vital function of the body, cardiovascular system, the digestive system, the genitourinary system, the nervous system, the brain, the sensory organs, be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Observe your mind. You are generating loving kindness. You are full of loving kindness. Now it's time to expand your loving kindness beyond yourself, to extend the same wishes of loving kindness to all others. The loving kindness you are generating is boundless, no limits. So now you can extend the thoughts of loving kindness beyond yourself. Let's start from here. Wherever you are practicing this meditation, think about the friends or anyone else who is staying close by you, around you. Here, think about all these spiritual friends who are with you to practice this meditation. As a spiritual community, let's share our loving kindness with each other. May all these friends who are practicing this meditation with me be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. May all these spiritual friends be safe, be healthy, be healed. Now let's expand our loving kindness beyond this room. Think about all the beloved ones in your life, your family members, relatives, friends, neighbors, anyone else in your life. Extend the same wishes of loving kindness, the genuine wishes of loving kindness for them. May all of them be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. Now let's expand our loving kindness beyond the circle of the beloved ones. There are so many beings, not only humans. There are so many animals, so many other creatures, visible ones, invisible ones, living near or far away places. The loving kindness you are generating has no limits. You can expand more and more. Extend your loving kindness wishes to all beings living in this neighborhood, in neighboring neighborhoods. May all beings living in this country, in this world, in this universe, be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. There are so many beings who are suffering due to many conditions, even in this moment, even in this neighborhood, anywhere else in this universe. May all of them be free from suffering, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. Extend your wishes of loving kindness into every direction to the beings who are living in every direction, into the direction of the front. Genuinely extend your wishes of loving kindness. The direction of the back, left, right, above, and below. May all beings living in every direction be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. Repeat it in your mind again and again. Generate loving kindness for all beings. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. Observe your present mind, which is full of loving kindness. The loving kindness has made your mind peaceful. You are peaceful and relaxed. Now, with your peaceful mind and relaxed body, gently move your attention into your breath to practice breathing meditation in the next few minutes as a silent meditation. Practice breathing meditation, paying attention to your in breath and out breath mindfully as a preparation. If you have changed your posture, better you keep your upper body upright. Particularly, it will help you for breathing meditation. Take a deep breath slowly and slowly breathe out. Feel the area in between nostrils and upper lip. What you can feel while you are breathing in and breathing out. Take few more deep breaths to keep your awareness in between your nostrils and upper lip. Naturally come back to your normal breath. Take your natural breath. Be with your breath. Mindfully breathe in and mindfully breathe out until you hear the sound of the bell. Be with the breath. In these last few minutes, make your full effort to be with the breath. Mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathe out. Dukkappattac Niddukkha Bhayapattac Nibbaya Sukappatac Nisusoka Hontu Sabbepi Paninu May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of your meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Let's take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have this peaceful meditation in our life. And let's deeply feel grateful to all the enlightened masters and the teachers in the past who transmitted this practice, this wisdom, this teaching from generation to generation. And also you can appreciate the guidance and the instructions you received for this meditation today. And also let's deeply feel grateful and appreciate the support of anyone else who helped us today to practice this meditation peacefully and comfortably. And also who cleaned and arranged this center for you, who are taking care of the center for you. Let's deeply feel grateful for them. And even these non-living things we are using for our meditation. The cushion, the chair you are sitting on, the chanting book, these devices, deeply feeling gratitude to everyone and everything. Let's say sadhu 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Yes, Nancy.
I thought the object of the game was to be neutral.
Say again.
I said, I thought the object of the game was to be neutral. And yet, we asked for happiness. So how can you have happiness without sadness? I thought they were a package deal. Or is it about attachment and aversion to those two entities? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I think the true happiness comes from equanimity, like the deep, deep peace. Yeah, I think, because there are 4 qualities that are interrelated and supporting each other. We call, 4 Brahma Viharas. So we start with loving kindness and genuine wish of well-being towards all beings. And when we have that genuine wish, whenever you encounter someone is suffering or in pain, then we wish them to be free from that suffering. And whenever we encounter beings and people who are in happiness and joyful, we appreciate, we rejoice that happiness and wish them to maintain that happiness. And because of that, there's nothing that can disturb us, because there's a way to relate to whether we say suffering or we say happiness. And as a result, it will lead us to a place what we call equanimity. So we cannot simply jump there. We have to let it be natural. Any other questions or sharing of your practice? Okay, so during this 3 months, we are in a special 3 months period from July full moon to October full moon, and we call it Vasana period. literally translate as rainy retreat. So during these 3 months, we try to put a little bit more effort and do some additional practices to support our spiritual path. So each week we have been learning different themes, and each week I have been giving you different challenges. Do you remember the challenge that you had last week?
Moderation.
Yes, moderate consumption. And what was the specific challenge that I gave you? Okay, no. They even don't remember the challenge.
Remembering the challenges.
Yes. Anyone remember what was the challenge that I asked you to like try to fulfill within the week? You remember, right?
To choose something to not have for the week. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty simple. Choose something.
So last week theme was moderate consumption, consuming through all our senses, and try to be mindful what we consume, and also try to be mindful of the amount we consume, and try to practice moderate consumption. So the challenge was to try to find one or two, try to find a drink or a food that you think that may not be necessary and also not healthy, and try to stop eating or drinking that for 1 week. Yesterday we found a person who actually didn't eat ice cream for the whole week. That is I'm not against. That was the challenge. So if nobody remembers that, how you can expect them to fulfill the challenge, right? Anyone like to share? Did you try something? Yes.
I also gave up ice cream for a week.
Very good. Yes. Just as a way of training our mind, how our mind is so, sometimes not addicted, but so attached, certain things, and we feel like without that, we are not happy, or we are not, okay. So we want to train ourselves, even without them, we can be okay. But we just have to try it, like that's great. Thank you for sharing that. You can eat from tomorrow. Or maybe if you enjoy that, that freedom, and you can actually it's no. I mean, of course, I think it will be not popular to talk against about ice cream in the U.S. But I think that it's not about ice cream. It's about anything that we excessively consume, and then try to recognize it, and then try to do a moderate consumption.
It made me think more of habits and patterns that we find ourselves in,
Yeah,
even if those aren't necessarily consumption related.
yeah.
I don't know, like maybe do an inventory of that.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, self-discovery, Yeah, I think we talk about the reason that we go for like excessive consumption is that most of the time we feel bored, or we feel lonely, and then we want some indulgence as a way to get out of it, and so we switch on the TV, or we open our social media, or we take something to bite. So that's how we try to get rid of the loneliness. And we discussed that there are many other ways to get rid of the boredom and loneliness. Right? And instead of eating something, you can go out and try to see the sky, for example, and then try to do different things. So that, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so remember, we can continue that challenge. It doesn't have to be limited to that week, and continue. So this week we have different theme. So starting from today, our theme for this week is going to be managing anger. So that will be another challenge, but I think learning about this very common emotion, and we that we may be the one of the most common emotion, most common state of the mind that we experience in our daily life, anger. But one thing we have to learn when we talk about anger, although we use one term, anger, but actually there are a lot of lot of levels of this experience, what we usually call anger. So anger is an umbrella term to refer to various subtle levels. There's a kind of spectrum of emotions. So it's really important to understand that what we use simply call anger is not one thing, and there are different levels to it. Right, and you can think about when you're stuck in traffic, what you have, and or maybe when you get a email or text accusing you for things that you didn't do, and you get again angry. That's another feeling, right? What else? What are the other moments you get angry?
Children don't listen.
Yes. Yes. So on these occasions, we get a feeling which is which is resistant, or maybe it doesn't. It's opposing to the whatever situation. So we usually call it anger, but in Pali language, the Buddha has used different terms to refer to different levels of what you call anger. Right, but we start with very subtle irritation, and if you give if you think about that, the continuum, we start with some kind of we encounter some experience that is disagreeable. That will be the initial moment. You hear something, you see something, you encounter something that is disagreeable. And then that will be the initial moment. And then if you're not mindful, that disagreeableness can slowly move into maybe irritation. And then it can go into maybe annoyance. And then annoyance, and maybe before that, maybe resistance. You don't, you resist that situation. You don't, you resist, you want to get rid of that. You don't want it to continue. You resist that. And that resistance will then can move into maybe anger. And if you're not still mindful about that state of the mind, then anger can grow into very strong emotion like rage. I don't know what English words you have. And then eventually it will go into what we call ill will, that like prolonged anger. So those are the like a continuum. You remember? Disagreeableness, irritation, annoyance, resistance, and maybe anger, rage, ill will. We can have all different words. So that is the continuum. So therefore, the point here is actually any anger does not start as rage. It always starts with some kind of disagreeableness. That's where everything begins. So the point that what Buddha has asked us to do, develop our mindfulness to to catch ourselves, and the earlier you catch, easier to handle it. Sometimes we catch ourselves when we are really rage. You already have said certain words, and you already have a fight and argued, and done something, and you it really hurt me. I'm really out of mind. So already the storm has developed, but at least if you can become aware of your anger at that level, that's already a good start. And then you can keep observing exactly what is happening in your body and mind, and then try to observe the whole experience without denying it simply, and also not try to quickly get rid of it. You don't have to rush to get rid of it. You can just observe it first, recognize it, and be familiar with this whole uncomfortable sensation, physical and mental. And if you start to observe that, maybe eventually we can slowly go into early stage. So that our goal is to to become aware of it at the very early stage, and the earlier it is easier to handle. And so today we would like to talk about the mechanism of anger. Do you like to understand the mechanism of anger, how the anger arises? There's an interesting sutra given by the Buddha, and this is called Numerical Discourses. The one of the collection of the Buddha's teachings called Numerical Discourses, and Buddha talks about the numbers. And here there's one short discourse. And here Buddha talks about not only about anger, actually here he talks about three main roots of our unwholesome behavior. The three main roots of unwholesome behavior is called greed, hatred, and delusion. Delusion, confusion, yeah. The greed, hatred, and maybe confusion are the three main roots of our unwholesome behavior. So here Buddha talked about those things, but let me read. We start with the hatred. Buddha asked a question from the monks: what, friends, is the reason for unarisen hatred to arise, and arisen hatred to increase and expand? And Buddha himself answered: a repulsive object is one kind. A repulsive object, something that is not pleasing. A repulsive object. For one who attends carelessly to a repulsive object, unarisen hatred arises. Arisen hatred increases and expands. So here Buddha give two ingredients. Let's say the two components of anger. One is a repulsive object, maybe disagreeable situation. That's the initial one. But the second one is very important. It's something that happened within us. In Pali, one is called ayoniso manasikara. Ayoniso manasikara is how we think about it. How we think about it. Usually, ayoniso means irrational way of thinking about it, an unmethodical. What is the opposite of methodological? Like maybe unwise way of thinking about it, irrational way of thinking about it, and so it's called ayoniso manasikara. So we have a disagreeable situation, but the disagreeable situation itself is not enough for us to get angry. The other important ingredients here, it is translated here as attends carelessly, or sometimes we say attends unwisely or unwise thinking. You can say irrational thinking, or the way we think about it. So whenever these two things come together, and there will be anger rising, and even existing can increase. And in the same way, let's move to the just to say that Buddha asked also how lust arises. And Buddha said an attractive object, a pleasing or an attractive object, and then one who attends carelessly to that attractive object, then unarisen lust can arise, and arisen lust can increase. So you can have attractive object, but object itself is not enough, and how you think about it. Well, in the same way with for the delusion is the way you think about it. Careless attention or irrational thinking or unwise attention. So, and then Buddha asks, okay, what is the reason for the unarisen hatred does not arise, and arisen hatred is abandoned? How you do that? One is whenever there's a repulsive object present, and if you pay attention how you think about it, how we interpret it, how we think about it, and by changing that, attending to that, and do it wisely, can get rid of possible anger arising. But there's also other solution Buddha offered here: the liberation of mind by loving kindness. And for one who attends carefully to the liberation of mind by loving kindness, unarisen hatred does not arise. That means if we have practiced loving kindness beforehand, just like we did just now. Now, through loving kindness, we can come to a kind of freedom, a kind of temporary liberation of our mind from all the tension and all the agitation. That is what you experience in loving kindness meditation, this genuine wish of well-being. And then, because when we wish well-being to all the people who are suffering or whoever, and then we develop this, spaciousness in our mind to understand, everyone is vulnerable to suffering. So, and then you experience the liberation of freedom from agitation, and that agitation, that freedom can help us to not to get angry even when you meet a disagreeable situation. You have a kind of attitude of acceptance. But anyway, so and then there's other one here also. But there's so many things about this three characteristic here. But I think what for our theme for today, what is important is to understand these two steps in anger, right? And it's always, we cannot deny there is always a disagreeable situation. So always repulsive object, so that irritation, maybe that initial disagreeable is something that we cannot avoid. That we have to accept. There are hurtful words people say. There are situations that unexpected, right? And so those things, different we are going to encounter, in our life. We cannot expect a world that everything will happen as we wish. It's very impractical, right? We cannot expect people will behave exactly we want. So talking about children, we cannot expect, they will behave exactly the way we like them to be, because they have their own minds, they have their own interests, they are individual beings. We have to respect them. They are so being here. So, but anyway, so that having that attitude, and also importantly paying attention to this, the part that how we think about that disagreeable situation is the one that is where we have some choice, we have some control. We can change, we can be free from it. So, anyone remember the quote we sent out with the reminder email? Ron, do you remember that? Yes.
The anger is like grabbing a hold of a hot coal and trying to throw it at somebody. You're the first one to get hurt.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. He always memorized and remember the quotes. Yeah, exactly. So our goal is, we may need to we would like to hit someone, but whether we hit successfully or not, we already burn our hand. So our goal is to remove that burn in our hand. So the way to do it is always examine what I'm adding here. Yeah, I think the usually whenever there's a disagreeable situation, something that is hurtful, something that is that we cannot agree with, and the way we think about it is always we try to interpret that as like we try to take it very personally. We interpret it as an offense. Let's say someone honk you behind. Okay, what you hear was the disagreeable sound. Some horns are nice, right? But if there is, so it's a disagreeable sound. But then how we interpret it? You interpret, oh, he thinks that I'm driving too slowly. Did he say that? No, just a sound, right? So there can be so many meanings, so many things you put into that sound, in that, oh, he made me think that I'm too old, or maybe so you interpret as an accusation. You put a lot of words in there. So based on how you interpret that, and to that level you get angry. But sometimes maybe that person just want to poke you, and just want to alert you. If you interpret that, okay, he just want to alert me, So and then there'll be a whole different experience, right? So I think in this interpretation, we try to take it very personal. In all these moments, particularly with other people, whenever we have some bad kind of, whatever the behavior of other people, even their words, we try to take it very personally. The moment you interpret as it's a personal offense, is a personal accusation, and that really a good ingredient for us to have a really good anger. But I think we need to remember that actually most of the time people may say things, say bad things. People will behave aggressively, but that is their expression of their pain. Most of the cases, it's not necessarily something that that direct at you. There was yesterday also I told a story about that one teacher is always he got accusation from a farmer for trespassing his farm. But that farmer was so upset at that time because he lost his cows, but he started accuse this teacher for trespassing his farm. But he used to travel that path quite often. But the teacher was very attentive, listening to all the accusation and nod, and then say sorry. And then the disciples asked him, why didn't you say anything? Because it's wrong. He's unnecessarily accusing and blaming you. And teachers said that a few days ago when I traveled in the same road, a branch of a tree fell on me, and it really hurt me. So, and then what you suggest me to do if that branch fell on me? Should I blame the branch, or should I hit the branch, or maybe should I hit the tree? And he asked, what do you suggest me to do? And the teacher said, you can't hit the tree. No, the tree has no intention to hurt you. It just happened to fall. You are there at the wrong time, at the wrong place. And then the teacher told his disciples, what just happened with that farmer is not very different. I was there at the wrong time, in the wrong place. He was already frustrated and angry because he lost his cows. I just happened to be there, and then he just expressed his anger. So most of the situation in our life are also the same. I'm not saying that everything, but there can be people who really purposely want to hurt you. But in most cases, any hurtful, words coming from others, and it's a simple expression of their frustration. You just happen to be there. If you interpret it in that way, like it's a pain coming from that person, it can be very helpful for us to not to, grow anger to a higher level. It is still be disagreeable, it will still be hurtful, but it will not grow into a strong anger. So any time that we are suffering from anger or hate or pain, we can quickly reduce that simply taking a moment, honest observation of accepting the disagreeable situation, accepting that annoyance or whatever unpleasantness is there. It's a physical hurt maybe, but then try to see what is my interpretation, what is my judgment that I'm adding, and then revisiting that judgment, re-evaluating that judgment can help us to reduce anger right there and release ourselves, like a throwing away the hot coal. And then maybe you can, talk to the person, maybe you can express how hurtful was it. You can do something about it, you can ask, you can have discussion. But then you are discussing not out of, reactive, nature, not out of impulsive nature, not without any control, but very conscious, deliberate, and such thing will be very fruitful. How you talk about it later. Yes?
May I add something?
Yes, please.
If one practices peace and calm and quiet and kindness and compassion and all the good things, when anger comes, it feels different.
Exactly.
The awareness of it is much more.
Exactly.
Yes. And so it's much easier to
recognize it.
Right. And then if you are angry, then it's much easier to say, oh, I was angry, I was upset, I was not mindful, and that I think is a good way a good thing to practice.
Yeah. So then you can like trace, like you can examine your own experience and first explore that whole discomfort, maybe, state of imbalance.
Mhm.
And then you can examine what was the real disagreeableness here, the real situation, and then what is the additional, the judgments or interpretation I'm adding here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what the benefit of loving kindness meditation. Like when you practice loving kindness and experience that, that peace, that liberation from any angry, any unpleasant thoughts, then it's become very easy for us to recognize. Yes, Brad. Yeah.
Kind of building on that, I feel like I had a recent moment of what I would define as righteous anger,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
is interesting. And
Yes.
I love what you were saying about trying to be, understanding that other people's emotions and things that they're vibrating out, often like anxious or whatever, angry or frustrated energy is like their own pain, and try to live that and appreciate it. And this particular instance, it was this kind of was around it and seeing it directed at someone I love very much, and really concerned about their
Well-being.
how is impacting them, to the point of like, this is actually like kind of maybe cross the threshold into like a health and safety kind of issue, right? Where, and try to really do that disciplined, like
To help them to understand.
help them understand whatever. And it was just like,
But it's a big
coming.
training.
And I found myself in a rare moment being at that really elevated, that rage level, which doesn't happen often. And so feeling that, like, the stark juxtaposition, how most of it is. And now I don't feel enraged, but very, very hurt. And of course it sort of did damage, and all of that, but it's coming from a real place of like,
concern.
concern and protectiveness about like a real situation. So I don't know. I feel like, I guess like I'm curious, because it's like, yes, could I have taken like more breaths, taken more time, and like not let that like boil over, but at the same time I felt like I was really trying my absolute best to do it and communicate in a way that didn't have that, and so that's why it's like I feel like it was.
That is
like
our
righteous
challenge.
anger.
Yeah, I mean, that is our challenge, because when we have a concern for people and other, even concern for certain issues, certain policies, even, right? So we have a true concern, and then when those things are like in danger or a threat, and then we get frustrated, and we get feel fearful. So then what we express is the frustration. Express is the the feeling of threat, not the concern. So that's why we need a lot of training within us to like how I can express the concern, even with that's the most difficult thing for parents to do. How when child is doing something really wrong and dangerous, and how you can express your concern rather than your upset or frustration of doing that, right? So it requires a lot of self-observation and training and skillfulness. But then only to be successful. Otherwise, the other person only get the anger, the ugliness, and the other person doesn't hear our concern, because what we are throwing out is something else. What underneath is a concern. So how we can really express that? That's the challenge.
Got their attention, but the wrong
Yes,
way.
wrong way. Yeah. I mean, there's always way to amend. we can approach and express, and this is my real concern.
I think, again, as we mentioned something, a lot of things come from attachment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we attach to someone, we want to protect, and then in the end of like discussion or argument, it can escalate. Ultimately, it hurts you.
Yeah, that's true. And hurt both parties.
Yeah. So that's why I say, like, if you build a loving kindness, you develop a shield around you that you're not going to be affected with these. It's hard.
It's hard. Yeah. The other one is, the real concern also had to be there, but we had to lose our sense of control. Yeah, we cannot really control. We cannot really, there's a subtle element there sometimes. The concern can be coupled with our wanting to control, the person or the situation. So it's complex. But so let's our spiritual journey is to self-discovery, self-investigation, self-discovery, and then it's gradually moving. So we will not be perfect, at the beginning, definitely, and we can always reflect the mistakes, reflect, you can call it not failures, let's say imperfections, and then we can learn a lot from it if you really be honest and not simply justify what we did, but simply be honest. And it's okay, we make mistakes. It's okay, we are imperfect, and then explore that, and then learn where it went wrong and how best I can be here next time. Yeah, so that's what. Okay, so based on that, the challenge for the next week started from this week. Okay, so don't worry, Yuan. I'm not going to ask you to stop anything to eat. So the challenge will be in understanding this anger is always a combination of a disagreeable situation and our interpretation to it. So your challenge is to, during these next 7 days, try to understand. Let us try to understand this in our own experience. Right now, we just learn the theory, but try to understand with your own experience and recognize at least 3 instances where you're off balance. you get irritated or frustrated, and at least try to recognize 3 instances, and then try to observe what is the original disagreeable situation and what is the interpretation, the judgment that I am adding to it. And just try to do at least 3 instances. Okay, and that will be your assignment for the next week. Not the assignment, but the challenge. So let's try to be that, and that way we can know personally what is happening when we get into 3 instances. Okay. So with that, let's move to the next part of the program and turn to page number 14. And it is time to share our merits, share our goodness with everyone else by coming to here and doing this practice together. We have generated so much goodness, so much merits in our heart. It is time now to share this merits with everyone else. Let us recall to our mind our departed relatives, our ancestors, family members who have passed away, and let us be grateful to all of them and share this merits with them all. May they all share these merits. May they be well, happy, and peaceful wherever they may be. Idang me ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idang me ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idang me ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Let us also share these merits with all other living beings. If there's anyone who would like to share this merit, may he or she do so. May all living beings share our merits. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Ettavata ja amhihi sambhatam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until attaining Nibbana. Purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to leave it. We will now do our blessing chant, wishing you all blessings. And we are going to chant the Loving Kindness Sutra given by the Buddha. We wish that may you all receive the blessings of the great compassion of the Buddha and the blessings of the wholesome vibration we are generating now. May you be blessed with good health, peace, and happiness, and a strength and courage to overcome difficulties in your life. Today, we especially want to extend our blessings to Melissa, wishing you a happy birthday and wishing all the good health and peace, happiness. And today also we want to think about our sister Upeka, who will be joining us for YouTube, and she's also having her birthday this week. We think about her and extend and send our loving kindness her way, wishing her good health, wishing her physical and mental strength. And may all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya matta kusalena yam tang samtang padang abhisamidye sakko yoja suvacho jasansa mudu anatimani santosansa kocha suvaroche ampagitcho sallavukka bunti santrindriyocha nipako Koche ampagambu kulesu ananugindo nacha kundang samacare kimjena vinyo pari upavadeyong sakino vake mino hontu sabbe satta pavantu sukitanta eke cipana bhutanti tasava Tavarava anavasesa digava e mahantava majjima rasansakanukadula dittava eva ditta e chadure vasanti avidure bhutava sambhavi siva sabbe satta Bhavantu sukhitantana paro parang nikumbete nati mangyete kante chinang kanche vyarosana patiga sanyananya manyasnsa dukka mincheye mata yata niyam puntang ayusa eka punta manurangke Vampi sambha bhutesu mana sangbhavai aparimanang tang cha samba lokasming manasang bhavai aparimanang uddhang adocha diriyang cha asambhadang averang asapatang tittang charang nisingno vasayano vayavatasa vigadamindo etang sating adhitteye brahma metang viharang idemahu ditting cha anupakamma sila dasansanena sampanno kamesu vinayagedang nahi jatu kampaseyang punareti tena sajja vajjena sonti te hotu sambadaye tena sajja vajjena sambharogo vinassatu etena sajja vajjena hotu te jaya mangalang sabbitiyo vivanjantu sambharogo vinassatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhavatu sambha mangalang rakkantu sambha devata sambha buddhanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te bhavatu sambha mangalang rakkantu sambha devata sambha dhammanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te bhavatu sambha mangalang rakkantu sambha devata sambha sanghanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te. Let us spend a moment of reflection. Try to recall to your mind whatever kind deed that you were able to do during your past few days. Think about your past few days and recall to your mind an actual incident in which you were kind to someone. You were helpful to someone. Let us rejoice these opportunities to be kind to others. On this day, or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings with my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in these kind deeds, glad to share this joy with all beings everywhere. May my kind deeds relieve the burdens of other beings. May my kind deeds shield me from all dangers and pain. May my kind deeds and merits that come from them help me in freeing my heart. Let us now recall to our mind whatever kindness we receive from others. Think about an incident that someone showed you some kindness or care during your past few days. Or you notice someone's kind deeds to someone else. Let us rejoice in the goodness of others. on this day or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done. May the kind deeds of others bring safety and happiness to many living beings. May the kind deeds of others foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings. May kind deeds of others nurture goodness in me and many living beings. Sadhu. It's so nice to have you all today. This Saturday we have another gathering. That is the gathering of the Wednesday group to provide food for us and also other requisites, and also going to be potluck lunch. If you would like to be part of the Saturday gathering, you can have a potluck lunch and offer monks and other things. You can. Kay, you have more details. Maybe you can meet Kay if you like to be a part of that Saturday gathering. It's 11 o'clock, and please contact her, and she will give you more details. Kay, you can have their emails, right? We can forward them the link. Yeah. Yes. Okay. The announcement.
Yeah. Well, it has to be a safety word, so I'm going to try to paraphrase and speak from the heart a little bit. But my name is Jesse, and let me just start by saying that express my gratitude, all of our gratitude for the monks. Thank you for this teaching, the guided meditation teaching, and of course giving us the challenges every week. Secondly, I want to thank everyone for their attendance and for their participation. I really appreciate it. The center is a place of refuge for people seeking spiritual growth and community. And together, under the guidance of the monks, we come together to support each other. And I know I always feel supported meditating here. I would also encourage everyone to get involved in the monthly gatherings, or the extra gatherings on the weekends as they come up. The center is supported by our generosity, so in order for the monks to continue our programs, we have to support them in the center. There's a donation box outside the meditation hall. There are ways to donate online, the website, and there are other ways to give back. We have some ability to come in here during the week and help clean. This group comes in and cleans on Tuesdays. There's other opportunities to help with yard work and gardening. If you have some special talents, let the monks know how you can pitch in. I think that's everything. So,
Yes.
Yeah, thanks again. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. So, yeah, please. So, those who join our YouTube, really appreciate your participation, really appreciate your commitment to practice from home, and we look forward to see you again another event. And remember the challenge, and have a great week for you also. So, those who would like to have a blessing strings, please come before you leave.
I'll sleep it over.
Yes, today maybe.